My friends, let me ask you this. How many of you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and feel like your body just doesn't move like it used to? You bend down to tie your shoes, and you feel stiffness in your knees. Your back doesn't cooperate. Your strength isn't what it once was. Here's a fact that might surprise you. After age 30, we lose up to 3–5% of our muscle mass every decade. By the time we reach 60, that can mean losing nearly 1/3 of our strength. But here's the good news. It's not aging that's the problem. It's inactivity. And today I'm going to share 2 simple Japanese movements practiced by millions every day that help them stay strong, flexible, and youthful well into their 80s and 90s. You don't need a gym, fancy equipment, or even a personal trainer. All you need is your body, your breath, and your commitment to move. Let's talk about one of the most powerful truths about your body. Use it or lose it. Those 5 simple words define what happens to your muscles, your strength, your balance, and even your independence as you age. See, most people over 60 don't lose muscle because they're getting older. They lose it because they stop using it. The body is brilliant. It's designed to adapt. When it senses that a muscle isn't being used, it says, hey, we don't need this anymore, and it begins to shrink that muscle fiber to save energy. That process is called sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. Now here's the scary part. Once sarcopenia starts, it can progress rapidly if you don't fight back. Muscles weaken, joints stiffen, balance fades, and soon simple tasks, climbing stairs, getting up from a chair, even walking, feel like uphill battles. But the beautiful truth is this: it's reversible. The body can rebuild muscle and regain strength at any age, even in your 70s, 80s, or beyond. Let me share something inspiring. In Japan, it's common to see people in their 80s walking, squatting, gardening, and even practicing martial arts. They don't think of exercise as an event. It's simply part of daily life. Movement is built into everything they do. Standing, reaching, squatting, bending, stretching. Their bodies stay alive because they use them. In contrast, many people in Western cultures move less as they age. They sit more, rely on chairs with support, use elevators instead of stairs, and avoid physical effort and fear of injury. But the real danger isn't movement, it's inactivity. Every time you choose not to move, you tell your body, I don't need this strength anymore. So let's change that today. You don't need a gym, dumbbells, or fancy machines. You just need to retrain your body to move naturally and often. Fat Tactile Protocol, Chair Rise Challenge, the foundation of functional strength. Here's one of the simplest, most powerful tools you can use, standing up from a chair without using your hands. Sounds easy, right? But this single movement engages your quads, glutes, core, and stabilizers, the very muscles that protect your knees, hips, and spine. It sends a full body signal to your brain that says, we are still in the game. Here's tips how to do it. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground. Cross your arms over your chest or place them at your sides. Just don't use them to push off. Lean slightly forward, press your heels into the floor, and stand up slowly. Then sit back down with control. Repeat this 10 times in a row, once or twice daily. If that's too hard, start with 5 repetitions and build up. If it's too easy, add a small challenge. Hold a light weight or slow down your motion. Within a few weeks, you'll start noticing changes. Your legs will feel stronger. Getting out of bed or standing from the sofa won't feel like an effort. Your posture will improve because your core and back muscles are reactivating. The simple act is what I call functional muscle training. It trains your body to do what it's meant to do, move efficiently and powerfully in daily life. The brain-muscle connection. Now here's the part most people don't realize. Every time you move, you strengthen your brain. Movement sends electrical signals to the brain, and the brain responds by reinforcing those pathways, what we call neuromuscular connection. When you stop moving, those pathways weaken. That's why many seniors feel unsteady or disconnected from their body. The key to reversing that is to reignite the signal. Every squat, every step, every reach tells your brain, we sit still here, we sit still active. The Japanese understand this beautifully. They don't isolate muscles, they move the whole body. Whether it's sweeping the floor, walking uphill, or sitting cross-legged on the ground, they're training coordination, balance, and strength together. Why it matters. When you strengthen your muscles, you don't just gain physical power, you gain freedom. You gain the ability to live life on your terms. You can walk confidently, climb stairs without fear, lift groceries, play with your grandkids, and maintain your independence. And the benefits go even deeper. Stronger muscles improve blood sugar control, support joint stability, boost metabolism, and enhance circulation, which means better brain function and less fatigue. So remember this, your muscles are your insurance policy for independence. The more you use them, the longer they'll protect you. Bonus tip, Ikiru Unda, movement to live. The Japanese have a beautiful concept called Ikiru Unda, which means movement to live. It's not about working out, it's about using movement as a tool to stay alive, vibrant, and youthful. So as you go about your day, stand up more often, walk a little further, stretch while watching TV, squat to pick something off the floor, rise from a chair with purpose. Every movement counts. Because every time you move, you start telling your body, stay strong, stay young. For Salonla, stay alive. Use it or lose it. The choice is yours. Let me ask you something, my friends. When was the last time you trained your balance? Not your strength, not your flexibility, but your balance, that subtle control that keeps you standing tall and steady. Most people don't realize this, but losing balance is one of the first signs of aging, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, quiet decline that creeps in when we stop challenging our coordination and stability. But here's the good news. Your balance system can be retrained at any age. In fact, Japanese seniors have mastered this art through small, simple daily habits that anyone can do right at home. Why balance matters so much. Balance isn't just about not falling, it's about staying functional, confident, and independent. Every time you stand up, walk, turn, or reach for something, your brain and muscles work together to keep you stable. But as we age, three major systems start to weaken. The inner ear vestibular system helps sense position and motion. The eyes guide coordination and awareness of surroundings. The proprioceptors, little sensors in your muscles and joints that tell your brain where your body is in space. When you stop moving or stop challenging these systems, they lose sensitivity, just like an unused muscle. That's why so many older adults stumble or feel dizzy doing simple movements. But here's what's fascinating. The Japanese culture naturally integrates balance training into daily life. They don't separate it as a workout. It's part of brushing their teeth, cooking, gardening, or even watching TV. That's why falls among active Japanese elders are much less common than in most Western countries. Falls. The Japanese secret balance while you brush. One of the most effective daily habits practiced by many Japanese seniors is surprisingly simple. They stand on one leg while brushing their teeth. It's an effortless way to train your stabilizing muscles, the hips, glutes, knees, ankles, and core, while also engaging the brain. Think about it, brushing your teeth takes about 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes of balance training twice a day. Over a year, that adds up to more than 24 hours of balance practice without ever adding a workout. Seb's how to do it. Stand tall with your feet together, shoulders relaxed. Shift your weight onto one foot and gently lift the other leg off the floor. Keep your eyes forward, core engaged, and spine tall. Hold that position as you brush your teeth. After about a minute, switch legs. If you wobble, that's okay. That's your brain and body learning. If you need support, lightly touch the counter or wall. Over time, your stability and leg strength will dramatically improve. This simple practice activates deep stabilizer muscles that most people never train in the gym, especially the gluteus medius, which plays a vital role in keeping your pelvis steady and preventing hip and knee pain. As along the brain balance connection. Balance training isn't just for your body, it's for your brain. When you practice balancing, your brain is constantly making micro adjustments, processing sensory information, correcting posture, and recalibrating movement. This process strengthens neurological communication between your brain, muscles, and joints. In other words, balance work keeps your nervous system young. Researchers have found that even short daily balance exercises improve cognitive performance and reduce the risk of dementia. It's not magic, it's biology. The same neural circuits that help you stay balanced also help you think faster and react quicker. So when you stand on one leg while brushing your teeth or waiting for your tea to steep, you're not just improving stability, you're literally rewiring your brain to stay sharp and alert. That's alone simple home balance protocols. Let's make this practical. Here are 2 easy Japanese-inspired balance drills you can do anywhere. One leg stand with toe touch. Stand tall and lift one foot slightly off the ground. Slowly reach your lifted foot forward and tap the floor with your toes, then bring it back. Repeat side to side for 10-15 reps. This strengthens your ankles and trains dynamic balance. Heel to toe walk. Imagine walking on a straight line. Place one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching the toe. Take slow, deliberate steps for 10 feet, then turn and repeat. This mimics walking on a tightrope. Fantastic for posture and coordination. Start with just a few minutes daily. You'll feel muscles in your feet, calves, and hips wake up, muscles that may have been asleep for years. You'll rebuild confidence step by step. One of the greatest fears many people over 60 face is falling. That fear often leads to less movement, which ironically increases the risk of falls even more. Balance training breaks that cycle. Every time you practice standing tall on one leg, walking heel to toe, or shifting your weight with control, you're rebuilding trust between your mind and your body. And with that trust comes confidence, confidence to walk, to climb stairs, to play with your grandkids, to live fully again. Remember, you don't lose balance because you age, you lose it because you stop challenging it. Daily balance equals sign lifelong stability. So from now on, make balance part of your lifestyle. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth, talk on the phone while shifting your weight, or do heel raises while waiting for your coffee. These micro movements, done consistently, retrain your body to stay strong and grounded. Because balance is more than just physical stability. It's emotional and mental grounding too. When your body feels steady, your mind follows. So take this Japanese wisdom to heart. Small, consistent actions lead to lifelong harmony. Start today, one leg, one breath, one moment at a time, and watch your strength, focus, and confidence return stronger than ever. Let's talk about one of the most powerful natural and ancient movements that the Japanese and many other long-lived cultures practice every single day, the deep squat. Now, when you hear the word squat, most people picture heavy weights, barbells, and gym workouts. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the natural deep squat, a movement the Japanese have built into their lifestyle for centuries. It's how they sit, rest, eat, garden, and even meditate. Why is this movement so important? Because the deep squat is the foundation of mobility, strength, and longevity. It keeps your hips, knees, and ankles flexible, your spine aligned, and your muscles engaged, all while stimulating circulation, digestion, and balance. A lot of the deep squat matters after 60. As we age, we gradually lose the ability to move into deep, natural positions, not because of age itself, but because we stop practicing them. We sit on chairs instead of the ground, we take elevators instead of stairs, and we bend from our waist instead of our hips. Over time, our joints forget how to move through their full range, our glutes weaken, and our posture suffers. The Japanese, on the other hand, maintain flexibility and strength well into old age because they never stop squatting. From childhood to senior years, squatting is a natural part of life, and that's why many elderly Japanese people can still rise from the ground with ease without using their hands. The deep squat keeps your lower body youthful. It trains the hips, quads, hamstrings, calves, and core all at once. And even more importantly, it reconditions your brain to feel safe in those low positions, reducing the risk of falls and injuries. The science behind the squat. When you squat, your brain activates multiple muscle groups in coordination. This improves not just strength, but also neuromuscular control. It enhances blood circulation to your legs and lower back, improves digestion by gently massaging the abdominal organs, and releases stiffness from the hips and lower spine. Studies show that performing deep squats daily increases flexibility, joint health, and metabolic activity, all key components for reversing muscle loss and maintaining vitality. In short, the squat is a whole body medicine. It's not just exercise, it's therapy. Calls. How to practice the Japanese deep squat? You don't have to go all the way down on your first try. Many people over 60 have stiffness in their hips or knees, and that's okay. The key is progress, not perfection. Here's tips how you can begin safely at home. Hold on to a sturdy surface like a countertop, door frame, or table for support. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointing out. Slowly lower your hips down and back, as if you're sitting into an invisible chair. Keep your heels flat on the ground. Go as low as you comfortably can, even halfway down is a great start. Hold for 10-20 seconds, keeping your chest lifted and your breathing steady. Slowly rise back up using your legs, not your hands. Do this 2-3 times per day, holding each squat for 20-30 seconds. Over time, your range of motion will increase naturally as your hips and knees open up. If your knees feel stiff, place a small pillow or yoga block under your heels to reduce tension. If your back feels tight, support yourself by holding onto a surface until your body adapts. Consistency is the secret, not intensity. The functional benefits of squatting. The Japanese deep squat isn't just an exercise, it's a life skill. It improves leg and core strength, helping you rise from chairs, toilets, and the floor with ease. Joint mobility, restoring healthy motion to hips, knees, and ankles. Posture, strengthening your spinal muscles and reducing back pain. Circulation and digestion by activating your diaphragm and massaging your abdominal organs. Balance and coordination, crucial for fall prevention and body awareness. And here's something truly amazing. Deep squatting also improves pelvic floor function. This helps prevent bladder issues and supports spinal alignment, two things many seniors struggle with silently. The Japanese mindset, motion is medicine. In Japan, movement isn't something you go to a gym to do, it's something you weave into your lifestyle. They call it undal, meaning movement with purpose. You might see an elderly man squatting while pruning his bonsai, or an older woman sitting in a deep squat while preparing vegetables. It's not exercise, it's living. And that's the mindset we need to bring back. Movement shouldn't feel like a chore. It should be a form of self-respect, a way of saying, I care about this body that carries me through life. Mini challenge, 30-second ground hold. Here is your simple daily protocol. Squat down as far as you can comfortably. Hold that position for 30 seconds. Focus on your breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Slowly rise back up, feeling the power in your legs. Do this once in the morning and once before bed. That's just 1 minute a day, but the benefits compound like interest in a savings account. Final thought. The Japanese deep squat is more than a physical movement. It's a message to your body that you're not done growing, not done moving, not done living. Your muscles may weaken with time, but your willpower doesn't have to. Start where you are, use a chair, hold on to a wall, take it slow, but start today. Because every squat you do is a vote for your strength, your vitality, and your future independence. Let me share something powerful with you. A simple movement that reveals exactly how strong and youthful your body truly is. The heel raise. This tiny action, lifting your heels off the ground, may not look impressive, but it's one of the most important movements you can do to assess and rebuild your lower body strength, circulation, and stability. In Japan, this small movement is practiced daily by millions of seniors because they know that strong calves mean strong legs, strong balance, and strong circulation. It's so simple, yet so profound. Let's break down why this Japanese habit can literally keep you walking, climbing stairs, and staying independent for decades longer. Why the heel raise matters? Your calf muscles, specifically the gastrocnemius and soleus, are often called your second heart. Why? Because every time they contract, they help pump blood back up to your heart against gravity. If your calves are weak, blood starts pooling in your legs. You may notice swelling, cold feet, varicose veins, or even fatigue after standing. Weak calves also mean poor balance, because your ankles and lower legs are what stabilize your entire body with every step you take. So when you strengthen your calves, you're not just improving your appearance or muscle tone, you're protecting your cardiovascular system, your joints, and your mobility. And that's exactly why the Japanese make this movement part of their daily life, not in the gym, but in line at the grocery store, at the bus stop, while washing dishes, or even talking on the phone. They call it asimoto kotsu, movement for the lower body's vitality. The self-test, how strong are your calves? Let's find out where your lower body strength really stands. This is your heel raise self-test. Here's how to do it. Stand tall, feet shoulder width apart. Place your fingertips lightly on a wall or counter for balance if needed. Lift both heels off the ground, rising up onto the balls of your feet. Hold that position for 10 seconds. Slowly lower your heels back down with control. Now pay attention. If you can't hold a position for 10 seconds without wobbling, your balance or calf strength needs work. If your calves cramp or your heels shake, that's a sign of underused muscles. If your heels drop quickly or your ankles feel unstable, that's your nervous system saying, we've lost control here. This quick test doesn't just measure muscle, it measures coordination, balance, and circulation, or a corrective action, the Japanese heel raise protocol. The beauty of this movement is that the fix is the test itself. You improve by practicing it every day. Here's your protocol. Stand tall with your feet hip width apart. Slowly lift your heels off the floor as high as possible. Hold at the top for 2 seconds. Lower slowly back down over 2 seconds. Repeat for 3 sets of 15 reps. If you're just starting, do it once daily. As you get stronger, Aim for 2-3 times per day, morning, afternoon, and evening. For an added challenge, perform single leg heel raises. Simply lift one foot off the ground and rise up on the standing leg. Start with 5 reps each side and gradually build up. Within a few weeks, you'll notice changes. Your calves will firm up, your balance will feel sharper, and your legs will feel more alive and energized. It's the brain-body connection. Each time you perform a heel raise, your brain and muscles communicate through what we call proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space. This brain-body connection gets dull as we age, but balancing calf exercises reawaken it. That's why you'll notice Japanese seniors rarely shuffle their feet. They step lightly, confidently, and with grace. Their nervous system stays youthful because they keep practicing small, mindful movements. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency and awareness. Every time you rise onto your toes, your body reprograms itself to move efficiently and confidently again. Hidden benefits you so love. The Japanese heel raise does far more than just build strength. Improves blood flow from the legs to the heart, reducing swelling and fatigue. Strengthens ankle joints, protecting you from sprains and instability. Boosts posture. Stronger calves align your whole kinetic chain from feet to spine. Enhances walking endurance. You'll find yourself walking farther with less effort. Stimulates lymphatic flow, supporting your body's detox and immune systems. That's why this one simple movement is a daily ritual for longevity in Japan. It's easy, gentle, and completely safe, yet deeply effective for maintaining youthful energy. Incorporate it naturally into your day. You don't need to carve out time to exercise. Just integrate it into your routines. Do 15 heel raises while waiting for the microwave. Do a set while brushing your teeth. Do another while standing in line or waiting for the kettle to boil. Each rep pumps blood, oxygen, and life back into your muscles and cells. Final thought, keep rising every day. The heel raise is more than a movement. It's a message to your body that you're still moving forward, still progressing, still alive. Every time you lift your heels, think of it as a metaphor for life. No matter your age, you can always rise higher. So stand tall, lift up, breathe deep, and feel that strength flow through your legs. The Japanese know that motion is medicine, and with just a few seconds a day, you can reclaim the energy, stability, and vitality that's always been within you. Because age doesn't define your strength, your daily actions do. Let me ask you something, my friends. When was the last time you took a deep, full breath? Not a shallow chest breath, but a long, relaxing, oxygen-rich breath that filled your entire body with life? Most of us go through our days breathing just enough to survive, not enough to thrive. But the Japanese, particularly their elders, have mastered something powerful that too many of us overlook. They connect their breath to their movement. They understand that movement gives strength to the body and breathing gives strength to the soul. When you combine the two, your body begins to heal, your energy rises, and your mind calms. It's what I like to call active relaxation, a harmony of mind and muscle that keeps you youthful, focused, and strong well into your senior years. Why breathing is the missing piece of strength. Let's get one thing clear. Breathing isn't just about getting oxygen in. It's about how you breathe that determines how your body functions. When you breathe shallowly, mostly from your chest, your nervous system stays in a state of alert, your muscles tighten, your blood pressure rises, and your energy drops. Over time, that constant tension wears your body down. But when you breathe deeply, from your diaphragm, the big muscle beneath your lungs, your body activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your built-in rest and repair mode. It lowers stress hormones, improves blood flow, and enhances digestion and recovery. That's why Japanese elders, whether they're practicing radio taiso morning exercises, tai chi, or gentle stretching, always move with their breath. Each inhale and exhale becomes a rhythm that powers their movement like waves in the ocean. The Japanese way, breath-driven motion. In Japan, there's a traditional breathing technique called tandem breathing. It focuses on the area just below the navel, the body's center of gravity, known as the hara. When they move, they don't just swing their arms or bend their knees. They coordinate every action from this core center, powered by slow, deep breathing. This not only stabilizes the body, but also strengthens the core muscles that protect the spine and support posture, a key factor in preventing back pain and falls as we age. Whole simple breathing protocol to pair with movement. Let's bring this ancient wisdom into your daily life with a simple routine that anyone can do anywhere, anytime. Step 1. Sit or stand tall. Relax your shoulders. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Step 2. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Feel your belly expand, not your chest. Step 3, exhale gently through your mouth for 6 seconds. Feel your belly draw inward. Step 4, repeat this for 1 minute. Now here's the magic. Once you master that rhythm, begin pairing it with movement. Inhale as you rise from a chair. Exhale as you sit back down slowly. Inhale as you lift your arms overhead to stretch. Exhale as you lower them and relax your shoulders. This flow turns every simple action into a full body recharge. You're not just exercising your muscles, you're training your brain, your lungs, and your heart to work in perfect harmony. How breath heals the mind and muscles. Deep breathing increases oxygen delivery to your muscles, which improves endurance and reduces fatigue. It also clears carbon dioxide, the waste product that builds up during inactivity and causes sluggishness. Even more importantly, it reduces inflammation in the body by lowering cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates aging and muscle breakdown. That's why when you combine breathing with movement, you're not just exercising, you're literally reversing the aging process at a cellular level. Your muscles recover faster, your joints feel looser, and your energy lasts longer. The Japanese know this instinctively. They never rush movement. Every stretch, every bend, every squat flows with slow, intentional breathing. That's how they maintain flexibility, focus, and emotional balance even in their 80s and 90s. Add breath to your daily routine. Here sticks how you can apply this in your day-to-day life. Morning wake up. Before you get out of bed, take 5 deep breaths. Inhale energy. Exhale tension. During exercise, focus on breathing rhythmically with each motion. It stabilizes your core and prevents strain. When stressed, pause, close your eyes, and take 3 deep belly breaths. You'll instantly feel your shoulders drop and your mind clear. Before sleep, practice 4-6 breathing for 2 minutes. It slows your heart rate and signals your body that it's time to rest. This is how you restore balance, body, mind, and spirit. Final thought, breathe life back into your movement. So many people think building strength is about pushing harder, lifting more, or doing longer workouts, but the Japanese have taught us that real strength begins with stillness, with the breath. When you breathe deeply and move with awareness, you transform ordinary motion into healing motion. Your muscles start to feel alive again. Your heart beats stronger and your mind becomes clear and focused. Remember this, your breath is your body's most powerful medicine. It costs nothing. It's always with you, and it can change everything. So today, take a deep breath right now. Feel it fill your lungs, your chest, your belly. That's not just air, that's life entering your body. Move with it. Flow with it, live with it, because when breath and movement become one, you stop aging and you start living. My friends, here's a truth that can transform your body and your life after 60. You don't lose muscle because you age. You lose muscle because you stop moving. And the Japanese have shown us something remarkable. It's not about spending hours in the gym or pushing your body to exhaustion. It's about keeping your body in motion throughout the day, little by little, moment by moment. They call it micro movement, small, simple, intentional movements that wake up your muscles, improve blood flow, and keep your joints alive. You see, motion is not just exercise. Motion is medicine. And every time you move, even for a few seconds, you remind your body that it's still alive, strong, and capable. Why stillness is the enemy of strength. Let's talk science for a moment. When you sit for long hours, whether watching TV, working on a computer, or scrolling your phone, your muscles stop firing. Your blood circulation slows, your metabolism drops, and your body starts sending a dangerous signal to your brain. We don't need this muscle anymore. That's when muscle atrophy begins. It happens faster than most people realize. In as little as 2 weeks of inactivity, muscle fibers start to shrink, especially in your legs, hips, and glutes. This is why so many people over 60 feel weaker, stiffer, or more unstable. Not because they're old, but because they've stopped using the very muscles that keep them young. Now contrast that with the Japanese approach. Their daily lives are built around small, continuous movements. Bowing, squatting, sitting on the floor, standing up without support, walking to markets, stretching in the morning, and gardening in the afternoon. They don't treat movement as a task. They treat it as a way of life. The Japanese micro-movement philosophy. In Japan, you'll often see seniors in parks performing Rajyo Taizo, a gentle series of stretches and light exercises broadcast on the radio since the 1920s. These sessions last only about 3 minutes, yet they're done every single morning. That's just the secret: consistency, not intensity. They understand that it's not about what you do once a week, but what you do every single day. These tiny movements, reaching, bending, twisting, balancing, keep blood flowing to every muscle and joint, keeping the body youthful and resilient. Even standing up and sitting down several times a day strengthens your legs, hips, and balance centers, muscles that protect you from falls and injuries. Practical daily micro movement routine. Let's make this easy and practical. Here's exercise how you can start today. Every 30 minutes, move for 60 seconds, stand up, stretch your arms overhead, march in place, roll your shoulders, twist gently side to side. That 1 minute of movement resets your circulation and muscle activation. Use the 2-minute rule. Every time you finish a phone call, TV episode, or meal, move for 2 minutes, walk around your home, stretch your legs, or perform light squats. Turn daily tasks into exercise. When brushing your teeth, stand on one leg to work your balance. When doing dishes, do calf raises while waiting for the water to warm. When watching TV, march in place during commercials. Morning wake-up flow. Do 3 easy moves when you get out of bed. Shoulder rolls 10 times. Torso twist 10 times. Gentle squats 10 times. This takes under 2 minutes but wakes up every major muscle. Evening stretch ritual. Before bed, lie on your back and perform gentle leg raises or ankle circles. This reduces stiffness and promotes recovery while you sleep. The science of habit and longevity. Research shows that frequent movement throughout the day improves insulin sensitivity, reduces inflammation, and keeps mitochondria, your cell's energy engines, strong. In other words, you don't just preserve muscle, you rejuvenate it. The Japanese call this kaizen, small, continuous improvement. Every little motion counts. Each micro movement sends a message to your body. I still need you, stay strong. And your body listens. When you build this habit, your energy rises, your posture improves, your mind sharpens, and your mood brightens. Movement becomes not just physical, it becomes emotional medicine. For preventive power for long-term health. Micro movements keep joints lubricated, muscles toned, and the lymphatic system, your body's waste disposal, flowing smoothly. This helps remove toxins and prevents stiffness or inflammation from building up. They also prevent dangerous falls by training balance and coordination daily. Remember, it's not the big workouts that save your independence. It's the small, steady movements that keep you stable, flexible, and strong every single day. When you stop moving, your world shrinks. But when you move often, even just a little, your world expands again. Final thought, movement is life. I want you to remember this. Every small motion is a message of youth. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to stay strong after 60. You just need to keep moving, gently, frequently, joyfully. Stand up a little taller, walk a little farther, stretch a little deeper. These little things become your fountain of youth. So start right now. Roll your shoulders, twist your torso, stretch your arms, feel your body wake up. Because strength doesn't disappear with age, it disappears with stillness. And today you can decide, I will move with gratitude, move with intention, move with life. Because motion is medicine, and your best years are still ahead of you. My friends, reversing muscle loss doesn't require heavy weights or hours in the gym. It takes commitment to move every single day. Your body is a miracle machine. It's waiting for you to give it a reason to rebuild. So start today, do those 2 Japanese movements, breathe deeply, and move with intention. Because you're not getting older, you're getting stronger, wiser, and more alive. And as I always say, your body is your best investment. Treat it like your most precious possession, and it will serve you for a lifetime.